It's Monday morning. We're here at Walmart in Eureka, Missouri. First thing I see when we go in is a big pallet of watermelon. Remember a couple months ago, the watermelon was $7.88. During 4th of July, they lowered it to $3.88 or $3.98. Now they added $1 for $4.98. So yeah, they can't make up their mind how much they want to charge for watermelon. Lemons you saw back there was 63 cents for one lemon, and bananas 50 cents for regular, 57 cents for organic. That's been pretty consistent. I don't really get to show the produce. We're here Monday morning. It's a lot busier than I expected. Produce was pretty well stocked. They had a fresh batch of jalapenos, so I got some more jalapenos to pickle. Peppers are just ridiculous, $3.22. That's over $1 a pepper. Over here is fresh fish, couple empty spots on that. Here is some frozen burgers. That's looking pretty bare. Yeah, I just was surprised by how many people were here. I couldn't record very well. Hamburger has a bunch of empty spots. And so this video is not as long as normal. Next week, I'm going to go back to my Monday nights because it's just, I try to avoid crowds, and I thought Monday morning would be better than Monday evening. I was completely wrong. Way less people at night. What else? Chicken, did I mention? No, we haven't got to chicken yet. That's where bratwurst is looking empty like normal. Look, all these people. COVID is still a thing, so yes, I still try to avoid people. Yes, lots of empty spots in the chicken, and that's pretty normal. We're all aware of the chicken shortage that's been going on for over 6 months now. Hot dogs, sandwich meat, that's looking pretty darn good. So yes, this Monday, a lot of stuff is pretty well stocked. There was a couple shortage items, but overall, this Walmart is looking pretty good. We picked up some more soda water, or I'm sorry, club soda. My husband drinks that. And eggs. I couldn't show you the eggs because there was a couple people standing there, but the eggs was pretty well stocked. Butter is still $3.98, way too high. Cream cheese had a bunch of empty spots, and I did pick up some strawberry cream cheese for me to put on toast. And yeah, as you can see, there's also a bunch of empty cream cheese spots, but I think that's just like the flavored cream cheese. And soda, I couldn't make it back to the soda because there was a bunch of people back there. There was only a couple cubes of Dr. Pepper left, only a couple cubes of RC. That price has went down, $7.48 for a cube for Dr. Pepper RC. They're now both the same price. I've not seen that happen before. $7.48 is really, really good. Remember a couple weeks ago I was paying $9.89 or $9.98. So yeah, soda seems to be the only thing that's went down. Peanut butter, there was a bunch of empty spots, but we have not got any Jif yet. I have started to see Jif at other places, and I can't go down to cereal. There's people there. Cereal looked fine. This is an end cap of, they still have those limited edition Lucky Charms. Apparently nobody wants that. I walked down because then I remembered this clearance aisle, so they still have this clearance end cap. Last week, remember the Stranger Things that people opened and they just sealed it shut and clearanced it out? Nobody wants to buy it. It's still there. So just checking on that. And let's see. Trying to avoid people. The spice aisle is looking pretty thin. Lots of empty spots. Very picked over. Get your spices. I don't know what's going on there. Plenty of sugar. Spices is very empty. And over to the left, that's all like bakery items. That's looking pretty good. Syrup is looking a little low, but overall it's fine. And cakes, mixes, that's fine. Flour, well, there ain't that much flour. A bunch of empty spots in the flour. My husband waits for me at the end of the aisle. If we don't need anything down that aisle, he's like, I'm not walking down there. And oil, plenty of oil. But I look at this Crisco every time, and I just feel like $5.74 is so expensive. I swear I used to pay like $2.99, $3.99. And then that spray butter is like $8. Oh my gosh, that's expensive. So the beans, I only buy like pinto beans. They're still $1 for 1 pound, but all the other beans seem to be a little higher, like $1.14, $1.48. I don't really buy those normally, so I'm not for sure if I just felt like it was weird that only pinto beans is $1 because I swear they were all $1, but I could be wrong. So cost of dry beans could be going up. Canned veggies looks really good. Usually there's no corn or green beans, but it's looking really good today. Candy aisle, I didn't really show it on the right. It was really stocked well. I've seen a couple people talk about like candy shortages, but I really haven't seen that. There's always plenty of candy here. I am looking at the bouillon. That is chicken cubes. If you ever see pork bouillon, I mean, I can't say that right. The pork, that's the key to make your refried beans taste awesome. We have to buy it online. I've only ever seen it online, but if you ever see pork bouillon in a store, I'm still saying it wrong. Bouillon, whatever. And you like to make your own refried beans, that's the tip to make it taste so much better. Plenty of ramen noodles here. And that is like what? Gluten-free sections looking okay. And there is Robert. He's like, hey, come look at this. So this is like Mountain Dew with alcohol in it. I don't really like this kind of display because if you just glance at it, you think it's regular Mountain Dew. So to me, that could be a little misleading. Kids could pick this up. I know it's like a very like 5% low volume, but it's still alcohol. And it's just out in the middle aisle, like not like in the alcohol section. So yeah, I'm not a really big fan of advertising to kids. I know that's not necessarily advertising to kids, but it's not near the liquor section. So anyway, Velveeta $7.98. Wasn't that $7.88? Did that finally go up a little bit, 10 cents? And yeah, so I'm not a fan of that alcoholic Mountain Dew. And this is Dinty Moore. Here's another section that's not, that does have empty spots, mac and cheese. There's a whole section empty right there, so the mac and cheese looks picked over. Pasta looks fine. There is still a couple Chef Boyardee pizza maker kits left. Usually they go pretty quickly, so I guess everyone stocked up when they had a chance. And Chef Boyardee, that price has not changed from last week. I didn't really see any price changes from last week, which is good. It was rough when every week there was a price increase. But it's looking the same as last week. This I don't know. I thought that was high. $7.88 for 20 packs of instant oatmeal. I just felt like that was expensive. But I don't buy oatmeal that much. I just felt like that was like really high. And then I got sucked into the condiments. I love different condiments. Our refrigerator is more full of condiments than anything else. But I resisted the urge to buy that buffalo sauce because it looked good. Here we are at the canned meats. And I have not bought this canned Keystone beef. I've not bought it. I don't, but a lot of preppers buy it. I've never noticed this Carolina beef before. This to me is an example of shrinkflation. So that can was 9 ounces for $3.23. When I picked it up, it just felt small. So here's a can of corn hash, which is 15 ounces, and that was like what? $2.32. So you put the two next to each other, it's like, wow. This Patterson, it's like, that can is so small, I don't even think it has enough meat for one hamburger in it. So yeah, you could get corned beef, $2.88, corned beef hash, or this small can of hamburger for $3.23. I don't know. I thought that was a perfect example of shrinkflation. Or pay attention to the ounces because you think you're getting a good deal and you're really not. And then Robert picked up some more relish because we were almost out of relish. And I get distracted by pickles. I could eat a jar of pickles a week. Barbecue sauce. Always plenty of barbecue sauce here. And there was, here's a Stranger Things pizza. So they actually had a new one. A Meat Lovers. I think last time we bought it, it was just the Supreme. That Stranger Things pizza is pretty darn good for $6.98. Not a bad deal. And now, like you can see the jalapenos I got and the Dr. Pepper. And we are just like avoiding the crowds, like checking out. Luckily, we do the self checkout. Oh, taco seasoning. This is the best. We eat a lot of tacos. We've tried other seasonings. We always go back to the Taco Bell seasoning. It is the best. So, see you next week.